Real estate test questions. These questions are going to help you pass your real estate exam on the first try. If you don't know who I am, that's cool. My name's Darren. I'm a licensed mortgage and real estate broker in California, and my channel is dedicated to helping people with real estate and mortgage education. And I'm going to go over 10 test questions that'll help you pass your exam. All right, let's dive right into it. Question number 1. Which of the following best describes eminent domain? A, the power to regulate land use. B, the government's right to take private property for public use with just compensation. C, the process of foreclosure on unpaid property taxes. D, a lender's right to repossess property after default. Correct answer here is B, the government's right to take private property for public use with just compensation. So there's not much more to it. This is a simple definition question. You're going to see a good amount of these on your exam. So make sure you know your definitions. Question number 2. A buyer makes an earnest money deposit. Which best describes this deposit? A, non-refundable payment toward closing costs. B, an advance payment for property taxes. C, a good faith deposit showing intent to buy. D, a down payment required by all lenders. Correct answer here is C, a good faith deposit showing intent to buy. So earnest money deposits, this happens with almost every purchase, at least every transaction I've been involved with. And an earnest money deposit represents the buyer does have an intent and they have good faith to move forward with the transaction. Now that deposit is actually going to be applied towards the buyer's down payment at the end of closing. Question number 3. Which lien has the highest priority in most foreclosure proceedings? A, a first mortgage lien. B, a property tax lien. C, a mechanics lien. D, a judgment lien. Correct answer here is B, property tax lien. Property tax liens are superior to all other liens, regardless of recording date. And property tax liens take highest priority because you're paying the government. Uncle Sam wants their property tax. Question number 4. What is the main purpose of RESPA? RESPA. A, to limit interest rates on mortgage loans. B, to prevent kickbacks and disclose settlement costs. C, to regulate appraisal standards. D, to license mortgage loan originators. Correct answer here is B, to prevent kickbacks and settlement costs. So RESPA, RESPA, requires disclosure of settlement costs and entirely prohibits kickbacks between settlement service providers. And so I wasn't in the real estate and mortgage industry, but I'm pretty sure that RESPA was created because there was too many kickbacks and too many under the table deals that kind of caused the 2008 financial crisis with mortgages. Question number 5. If a property's market value is $500,000 and assessed at 40% of value with a tax rate of $2.50 per $100, what is the annual tax? A, $5,000. B, $4,000. C, $7,500. D, $6,000. Correct answer here is A. And so I'm going to walk you through the math here. So your assessed value is $500,000. You're going to multiply that by 0.4, which would be 40% of the value. And that equals $200,000. Now take that tax rate of $2.50 per $100. And so you could use a decimal of 0.025 and multiply that by the assessed value of $200,000. So that will give you your answer of $5,000. Okay, so now we're about halfway through the video. I've had a lot of people comment and reach out on the channel, and I'm so happy and grateful for these people that have let me know that they passed their exam on their first try, some on their third try. And if you want to be successful just like them, you can go ahead and get a full test prep from this website called Calibri. I personally use them for all 3 of my exams, the real estate license, the loan originator license, and my broker's license this year. And so I recommend them because I personally use them and found success. So if you do want your own test practice questions, your own study guides, I recommend Calibri. Link is in my bio. Full disclosure, it is an affiliate link. So if you do purchase something, you are supporting me and my channel. All right, let's get back to the study. Question number 6. A contract that has no legal effect is called A, voidable. B, valid. C, executory, D, void. Correct answer here is D, void. So a void contract is unenforceable from the start, as if it never existed, right? So a voidable contract is a contract that is valid and could be voided. B, a valid contract is just a legit contract. So correct answer here is D, void. Question number 7, which type of listing allows the seller to hire multiple brokers and only pay the one who brings the buyer? A, an exclusive right to sell. B, an exclusive agency. C, an open listing. D, a net listing. Correct answer here is open listing. So an open listing is non-exclusive. The seller only pays the broker who produces the buyer. And so an exclusive right to sell, that means that listing agent is the only person that is allowed to sell. They can have some clauses in there though that if like family buys it or something, they don't pay that broker. And so correct answer here is C, open listing. The seller's hiring multiple brokers. Question number 8. A property's value is most influenced by which principle? A, anticipation. B, substitution. C, contribution. D, progression. Correct answer here is B, substitution. And the substitution principle just means a buyer will not pay more for a property than a comparable substitute. When you start working in real estate, you're going to hear of CMAs. Those are called comparative market analysis, and those just show the recently sold homes compared to a subject property. And those CMAs are based off the principle of substitution. Question number 9. Under the Fair Housing Act, which is prohibited? A, refusing to rent based on criminal history. B, refusing to sell based on race. C, setting different income requirements. D, charging higher rent for short-term leases. So the correct answer here is B, refusing to sell based on race. Under the Fair Housing Act, race is a protected class, and so discrimination is prohibited. I would get to know that Fair Housing Act pretty well. You'll probably get a few questions on what's prohibited and other scenarios where they might ask you, hey, based on this scenario, was this prohibited or was this allowed by the Fair Housing Act? Question number 10. If a buyer assumes a seller's existing mortgage, the buyer, A, must obtain a new loan. B, takes over the seller's loan obligations. C, increases the loan interest rate. D, eliminates the need for closing costs. Correct answer here is B, takes over the seller's loan obligations. So loan assumption is essentially someone taking over an existing mortgage, and they get to continue making those mortgage payments and replacing the seller for who's responsible for that mortgage. Now, there will still be closing costs, and that buyer does need to still qualify for that mortgage. Okay, since I love you and I want to see you do well, I'm giving you an extra question. Question number 11. Which type of depreciation is generally incurable? A, physical deterioration. B, functional obsolescence. C, external obsolescence. And D, deferred maintenance. So the correct answer here is going to be external obsolescence. And what is external obsolescence? It's usually something that's caused by an outside factor. So imagine you own a property and now there's a new landfill being put in next door. You can't control that landfill getting put in. That landfill will probably decrease the value of your property. Now, physical deterioration and deferred maintenance, obviously those are things that you can repair. Functional obsolescence, you can upgrade or update to try to remedy the functionality of your property. As always, thanks for watching my channel. I do hope these test questions are helping you get ready for your real estate career, getting you to pass your exam on the first try. If you are a new agent that has already passed the exam and you want a mortgage professional to partner with, you have my email down below, Darren@realdarrensci.com. Or if you just want to let me know that you passed and you're excited, I'd love to hear that too. All right, have a great day. I'll see you on the next one.